Hey there, it's Heidi, and I am going to be doing a self-care Sunday video where I do my nails. I am not a Color Street representative. I do not sell Color Street. Currently, as I'm recording this, it is May 2023, and I don't have a Color Street rep at the moment, so I won't be putting any links for any purchased items. If you are interested in Color Street, I suggest going to their website. You can Google them, Color Street. Yeah, I don't have anything on this that indicates who I bought it from. The person I purchased it from no longer sells Color Street. She just, she still likes the products, but she just had a lot going on. So recently I took to social media and I asked my followers which color I should do my nails. It's been quite a while. My nails keep breaking because I've been very busy getting things done around the house, and they're starting to calm down, so I feel like I can do my nails confidently without breaking everything off. So there were 4 choices. Let me grab those real quick. Here we go. So these were the 4 colors that I put on social media. This first one, I did cross this off. I purchased these at a craft fair. I don't use this particular person to purchase from. And the last time I looked up their information, it wasn't current. So I'm not going to share that. So this is the first one. Well, it's one of the ones that I showed people. It tends to look pink on social media and in videos, but it is kind of a purpley lavender. This one is called Grateful for You. So there's that one. This one here is a very metallic orange, teal, yellow, kind of fun. This one is called Pinball Queen. I'm pretty sure one of my daughters picked that for me. They don't use these, they just pick out my colors. This one is also a glittery, it's kind of a silver white with a pinky purple, a blue, and a green. This one is called Meta Strong. This one might have been like a benefit color, like when you purchase a certain amount goes to a charity of some sort. I can't remember. I could look it up. This was the winner on most of the social media channels that I chose to use. It's kind of a pink swirled marble looking, and this is called Blushing Rose Quartz. So that is the color I'm going to be using. But first, I'm going to file down my nails. I may cut this one. I'm not sure if I want to go look for my nail clippers because I forgot to bring those down here with me to record. So I am going to, all right, so I'm going to put this off to the side. And for this part, I do speed up the video because it does take me a few minutes to get my nails all filed, and you don't want to sit here and listen to this. I will put a link for this, not a link. I will put the name of this in the description, not a link. I believe you can get these on Amazon. The first one I purchased, I can't think of what the name is anymore. The first one I purchased, it has a blue handle, and I actually found it at the local Dollar Tree. So I got it for $1, and these tips come off. And I got a bunch of these tips for replacement. They have numbers on them. This is a number 1. This is for the actual filing. And there's a number 2 and a number 3, which have something to do with like buffing out and shining your nails. I have found that if I buff and shine the nails, the Color Street does not stick to them very well. It peels off pretty easily. So I only file my nails. I do not buff or shine them because I want these to stick as long as possible. If you've never used Color Street before. These are 100% real nail polish strips. So what it is I don't sell this, so I don't know how they market it, to be honest. I've never been to a Color Street like party. But from using them, I can tell you that the nail polish is somehow put on these like sticker sheets, and it's brought to a point where it's mostly dry. And then you apply it to your fingernail, and then it continues to harden. And usually these will last me about 2 weeks. I am very rough on my hands. I am very rough with my fingernails. So if it lasts 2 weeks, that means that I probably haven't been doing a whole lot in my sewing room. Or, maybe the chores were really easy for 2 weeks. But usually they can last about 2 weeks. And I do a lot of hand wash dishes, so they really hold up even to the water. What I would say is, if you have any plans of doing dishes by hand, maybe put the nails on when you know you're not going to have to do any dishes for like a few hours. Because I have noticed if I go and have to wash my hands or put my hands in water within like an hour or two, the nails don't seem to last quite as long. As most of the time I do my nails before bed. But I've been stalling to do my nails recently, so I'm doing them in the middle of the day today. So here we go. Okay, so those are my filed nails. I did end up cutting this one because I like them to all be close to the same size. They don't have to be exactly perfect. I'm not that into it. I do like my nails to be sort of squared off but a little rounded. I don't know. When I was a teenager, I think the style was like super squared. So maybe that's where I get it from. I want to say that someone told me once that your nail tips should follow your nail bed. Mine are, I guess, squared. I don't know. My thumbs seem squared, but the rest of my nails are kind of rounded. So I don't know. That's the style that works for me. I'm able to type. I'm able to sew. So as long as I can do those things, that works. I'm going to go wash my hands, and then I will be right back. I like to get all of the nail dust off of my hands. I had cleaned my hands earlier, but it looks like I missed a couple of spots under my nails, which I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's bothering me. So I'm going to go do that, and I will be right back. Okie dokie. I've washed my nails, and we will get started. So this is what we do. I feel like someone gave me, I think they call it a pink stick or something like that, that's supposed to help you put the nails on. I don't know where it went, so I think it's in a bag that I use when I go on vacation. So I'm going to use this. It does help me to kind of push down on the nail a little better. But when you open up, this up, it's got some of their older designs. I've done that color. And I've done that color. This is what it looks like. You've got some instructions here. And then you have like the other instructions. They always come with, it's like glued in, this little nail prep pad. That guy's really glued in. Oh, good. That came off without me having to scratch on it. I don't like emery boards, which is why I use this. I don't like the texture of emery boards. It bothers me. I do use this for finishing off the nails, but I use it very sparingly. And then we have our nail strips. So I'm going to put this up over here. And where is my little tab? There it is. So some people will tell you that you can save these nail strips. You can put them back in the bag and, like, I don't know, seal it again somehow. I have not had good luck with that. When you open it, it smells like nail polish. So you just kind of put it over your nail, see what works. So this is going to be my thumb. When my oldest daughter, I might do that with the middle finger. My oldest daughter used to do this with me. I know some people are like, oh, you can use the nail strips multiple times. I wish they did that. My nails are not long enough for that. I mean, I'm sorry, the nail strips are not long enough for me to do that. I think I'm going to do that as the middle. That is the ring finger. My nails are not super wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So when I do nails, if my daughter wants to do them with me, then I will put one on and then I tear it off and she uses the other half. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll show you in a minute when I'm actually doing it. But she doesn't really like doing her nails anymore, or at least for now she doesn't. So it is kind of a bummer that I end up with all of these left over. But what can you do? It's still cheaper than a manicure, for me at least. And I have good nails. Like they don't have to do a whole lot with mine. They're really thick. So you take your little nail prep pad and you just wipe your nail real quick. And I don't know how anyone else does this. Maybe I do it wrong. I don't know. But it works for me, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know if you're supposed to dry them or not after, but... Okay. So there's a whole lot of steps in this. There's this clear sheet here. Can you see it, kind of, a little? So I take that off, and then I peel up this silver, right? That's what it says, right? Remove the clear cover, peel the polish strip, tear the tab, and select the end. Oh, so this is where I do it different because I don't bother tearing the tab off. I guess if you had like a pattern, it would be different. So I start at the base of my nail and I just kind of go up over the middle And then I start to push it down around the sides. And this helps me to not get bubbles in the polish. And then I just peel, and there's that. So if my daughter was doing it, I would peel off that silver end and then she would put on. But you can see, like, I can't use this because it wouldn't go up over my whole nail. So then I take this little guy here and I just really press down into the sides because I want it to go, even though I don't know if you can see, it kind of goes up onto my finger here. I want it to press down onto the nail as much as possible, and then I go in later and I cut off all that extra. The alternative is that it just doesn't cover my nail. Because if I don't go all the way here where it's kind of on my skin a little, then you can see nail and then it peels up really fast. And then this is a little bit rolled over my fingernail. And when I finish, I use this emery board and I file it down so it's more even. So sometimes I do one whole hand. Sometimes I just do, like, I do the same finger on each hand. This time I'm going to just do one hand and then go back and do the other hand. I am right-handed, so I usually start with my left hand, putting the nail polish on, because my right hand, I don't know, then I mess up my right hand a lot. So I'm going to put this down on the thing. And this isn't like a super rubbery tip, but it does have a little bit of give. I don't use this very often. I think it's supposed to get like your cuticles out. Sometimes I use it after the nail polish is dry to kind of dig out the nail polish off of my skin. But I really want it in there. So, okay. 2 down. And I always just kind of throw things back into the packaging. Oh, I'm going to get some wrinkles on this guy. I don't love it when I get wrinkles on my nails. When I was younger, I used to paint my nails all the time. I'm not a nail tech by any stretch, but I would try to do like fun colors. I didn't really get into like designs because I was not very good at it. And again, I'm right-handed, so then anytime I would try to do anything with my left hand, see, I'm going to kind of cut this right here. Anytime I try to do anything with my left hand, it's comical. So I never really did like a lot with designs, but I would do a couple different colors on my nails. I was really bad at French manicures, but I loved painting my nails. It was fun. And then I had kids, and I just don't have time to watch paint dry. Like, literally. For a while after I had kids, I would try to paint my nails like an hour or so before bed, and then I would go read or something, and then go to bed, and I would wake up the next day and there would be all kinds of like lines in my nails from where I was sleeping, like the blankets or something. And then I just stopped doing nails because, so see, I did mess up this one, and I'm just going to leave it because this color is a little forgiving. Yeah, so I didn't do nails a lot having kids, and I have 2 girls, and I had no patience with painting their nails because I felt like the minute I painted their nails, they just destroyed them. Yeah, I really messed up this one, but whatever. So for this one, I have like a strip of my fingernail that you can see under the polish. And as I was pressing this down, I ripped a hole into this side right there. So not fun, but I'm going to leave it because it's just on the sides, and from the top you can't really see it, so it's just going to bother me for 2 weeks. And again, it's like a forgiving color. But I don't know if you could see, there's a little bit of a wrinkle right in here, so I'm just pushing down to try to work that out. So yeah, these are rather delicate, I would say. If you pull, if you stretch them, they're gonna rip, they're gonna tear. So there's that. And I have a little bit, I don't know, I guess everybody probably has a little bit of an odd shaped nail. We're all different. We're all individual. But mine tend to be on the narrow side. But I don't get the petite sizes because I don't want to spend the money on the petite sizes and find out that they're not big enough, especially in the length. This is one of the shortest that I keep my nails. My nails are usually a little bit longer. They generally grow pretty quickly, and they are fairly thick. So when I'm not doing a ton of outdoor housework, or when I'm not being too rough on them in the sewing room, they usually last me a while. Okay, so then I take this emery board and move these a little. And I just kind of up and down to get any of the polish off that was rolled over. So I do this before I start touching anything with the sides, because sometimes, like this one, it's starting to roll kind of, where are you? You can see there's a little piece of nail polish right there. It's not really on my skin, so that's not going to do me any good anywhere, but on this side, it is on my skin. So the emery board sort of cuts the nail polish, and then it makes it easier to get it off of my skin. I used to be so bad at painting my own nails. I liked doing it. I wasn't good at it. That I would just get nail polish all over my fingers, especially my right hand. It would just be all over. But I don't know. Something about the oils in my hands. I would go take a shower. I don't know if that works for everyone. After they were dry, I would just take a shower or wash my hands, and I could peel the paint off. So that worked for me, and it was fine. So I'm not really trying to file my nails. I'm doing this very lightly just to get the paint off of the tip of the fingernail. Okay. And then I like right now I can kind of roll some of this off of my skin because it had like a little bit of it was pulled away here. But I don't want to do too much to this yet because it's not tacky. I don't want to call it tacky. Like, you know how nail polish, when it's drying, it gets tacky. But it's still soft. I want it to really harden up a bit more before I start to get the rest of it off of there. So now we will start with the other hand. My camera does not tell me how long, oh, there it is, how long I've been recording. It does tell me how long I've been recording. That was a lie. So from when I started this video and I did talk for a minute or so. I'm about at 35 minutes, so it's been a really long time since I've gotten a manicure. I don't know anymore how long it takes to get a manicure, but I know I have never painted my nails in under 30 minutes. So we'll see when this is done how long it takes me from start to finish. But I would say that when I painted my nails, I don't think it took me any less time to paint my nails than it does to apply these polish sheets. But then I had to wait for the polish to actually dry. So I forgot to push this one down. Let me do that real quick. Now, I think I've only done, this is my second nail video that I've done. So if you are watching this and you like the nail videos, then make sure to like the video. But also, if you would prefer that I don't talk during the videos, let me know that in the comments. I don't mind not talking. I mean, I'll still talk when I record it, but I will, like, if you would prefer that I speed up the video so that it's a little faster, and then I just do music and a little bit of voiceover, let me know that in the comments, and I will be happy to do that. I had every intention of actually doing this video in the evening a couple nights ago, and then I just got a little busy with other things. So I am actually recording this on the Sunday that it will be going up on my YouTube channel. And it was sort of quiet when I first started, but now I can hear like the neighbors are mowing their lawns, which I think is funny because it was just raining yesterday. So I don't really know how much people need to be mowing their lawns today, but to each his own, right? But yeah, as I talk to you right now, I'm thinking that if you don't want to hear me rambling on about nonsense, then let me know, because I can always change it up, or I can do every other video where I talk. Sometimes it's just fast forwarded. Or if you want me to talk about something in particular, let me know. Let me know. I could talk to you about homeschooling, which I talk about on my live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. I could talk to you about TV shows I've recently watched, or movies that I've recently seen. I don't really go to the movies. I don't like spending money on movies in the theater, because I don't like people talking. Or did you think I was going to leave it at I don't like people? That would have been really funny. I don't like spending that much money and then having to like have people talk or make noises or whatever. Not that I don't think they should be allowed to, because then I also, on the same, at the same time, I like to talk to the movies. So I don't like talking to the movies with other people around, because I think it's rude, and I wouldn't want to be rude to someone. So you can see here, again, I got it more on the skin here, and I missed the nail on this side. And I know I have the extras. I could just peel this off and start over, but I don't want to. Excuse me. Last nail. So like right now, if I were to talk about a TV show as I finish up this nail, I used to watch Grimm on TV when it was live and airing. And then something happened with our cable. We had Comcast or Xfinity or whatever they want to call it. And like we used to record it because I don't love commercials. And something happened and it didn't record an episode. And then like the next episode didn't make a whole lot of sense because this was like in the beginning stages of streaming services. And they weren't really like putting stuff online or putting stuff on TV within a day or two of airing it. So we really felt lost and we just stopped watching because we couldn't get caught up. And then we never went back to it. And so recently I've been catching up on some series that I started and never finished. And I started watching it. I'm not much of a binge watcher. Normally I can watch like an episode or two and then I feel like I need to get up and go do something else. But I really like the show Grimm. So lately I've been watching like 3 or 4 episodes at a time. And then I feel like I've wasted a whole lot of time. So then the next time I watch, I sit with the intention of watching 2 episodes and then I watch another 3 or 4. And now I'm at the point where I'm close to the series finale. So I'm like, I just want to watch it and get it over with. And then I just won't watch TV for like a few months. Because that's how I roll. But I actually saw Bree Tanner at Disneyland once. She plays Rosalie on Grimm. And I like seeing celebrities at Disneyland, or I used to when we used to go a lot, but I don't like actually interacting with them. But Bree Tanner is from close to where I live, and apparently she and I are very close to the same age. I think we are the same age, and we graduated the same year from high school, and our high schools were like 30 minutes apart. So I thought that was really, really funny when I found all that out. So I did at Disneyland, I had my husband take a picture of me at the time with her in the background. So then I didn't feel like I was completely invading her personal space because she was there with her family. And I know she kept seeing me looking at her, but I was trying to not make it a big deal and just be like, it's good. I'm not here to harass you. So yeah, that was my thing. So I've been watching Grimm and I'm close to the end, and I don't know, that show just got weird. You know, I keep talking about how I'm going to do a podcast, talk about the shows that I watch. So maybe I'll do that for Grimm. Then I feel like I would have to watch it again so I could talk about every episode. Okay, so now I'm going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and kind of cut away some of that nail polish that's on the sides here. So I'm just doing this super lightly because I don't want to actually get my skin. This right here is a little bit of a knife, and I don't really want to pull at my cuticles or whatever those are. I don't want to cut into my skin either. So I'm just kind of going super lightly around the side here. Yeah. So we used to go to Disneyland a lot. I'll talk about that for a minute. And I used to like seeing the celebrities. And I always had funny stories about the celebrities that I would see because it was just always ironic when I would run into people. My grandma used to watch Girls Next Door, which was a TV show about Hugh Hefner and his girlfriends that lived with him at the time. And so funny. One of the girlfriends actually used to live in the same town as I did when I was in high school. It was very popular, apparently. back in the 90s. But we used to watch the show, and then there was this, I promise this will connect. There was this Halloween store that opened up. And we went to the Halloween store once, and my husband and I were talking, and we saw, like, I think they're more common now, but at the time they weren't super common. They would have like pretend body parts in like meat packaging, like when you go to the store and you get hamburger. So we were talking about that because it had just been on Girls Next Door, and I'm like, oh, it's like what Bridget was looking at when she went to some thing. And the owner of this Halloween store came over, and she starts talking to us, and she says that, yeah, her sister-in-law was really into Halloween. She really liked those products, and that's why this lady carried them in her store. And my husband says, oh, you live at such and such an address. And the lady was a little concerned looking. And I said, he's not really a stalker. He just used to deliver pizzas. And so he just knows where people used to live. And the lady kind of laughed, and she said, yeah, that was my sister-in-law that used to order all the pizzas. And we're like, oh, okay. And we're talking, and finally, I don't know who's honking that weird horn. Finally, I don't know, she must have trusted us at some point, but she says that her sister-in-law was actually one of the girls from Girls Next Door, Bridget. So apparently in high school, when I was in high school, I used to make pizzas for this woman, and my husband, who I was just dating at the time, used to deliver them. So that was funny. And how that relates to Disneyland is that years later, we were in California Adventure, and it was very, very quiet that day. And we were walking over to Paradise Pier. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to look it up. And I'm looking at this woman who's with a group, and they're sort of walking they're walking towards us, but just towards our direction, not like they didn't know us. And I was thinking, wow, that woman has like super blonde hair. And I liked her socks. She was wearing like sport socks that were pulled up almost to her knees. And I was like, that's really cute. I used to do that, when I was in high school. And then I looked up and I realized it was Holly Madison from Girls Next Door. And I almost stopped, like, because we were walking towards each other, but like not because we knew each other. We were just walking in the opposite directions. And I know that my mouth flew open, which isn't really unnatural for me. And I like, you could see, I was shocked. I was like, that was a starstruck moment. And I stopped my husband, and I think I hit him in the arm, and I said, oh my God, that's Holly Madison. And her whole group starts laughing because they could clearly hear me. We were like almost next to each other at that point. And then they went on their way, and I went on my way, and that was it. Very, very blonde hair, though. And I'm almost done, so I will tell my Joey Fatone story, because I also saw Joey Fatone at Disneyland. We used to go with a group of people, and I was talking and not paying attention to where I was walking. If you know me, you'll know that that is not even close to shocking. And all of a sudden somebody grabs my arm, like one of my friends grabs my arm, and they're like, Heidi. And I'm like, what? And they're like, you almost walked into that guy. And I kind of turned. I'm like, sorry. And then I realized that's Joey Fatone. Like, he had somebody with him, like Disney whatever they call them. I think one of my cousins calls them plaid vests, like Disney security. So I probably wasn't as close as I felt like I was, but I was pretty darn close. I was pretty darn close to Joey Fatone. And I don't remember what group he was in because I was older when those groups were like popular. So, and I know he did some projects with Disney, like right around that time. But I ended up the rest of the day, every time we were on a ride, and it was like an exciting moment in the ride, I would scream, Joey Fatone, because I thought it was hilarious. Sometimes I think I'm funnier than I am, but I thought it was so funny, and I'm pretty sure I even yelled Joey Fatone when I was on the Winnie the Pooh ride, because that was also funny to me. So, yeah. Those are not the only celebrities I've ever seen, but I'm almost done with my nails now, so I don't want to think about too many other stories. I did used to stand next to like athletes a lot on accident. I was waiting for a group of guys that I was with, like my friends. They were going to the bathroom, and so I was standing somewhere in New Orleans Square at Disneyland, and there was a dude standing next to me. I have no idea who he was, but when my friends came out of the bathroom, they knew who he was, and they were like, oh my gosh. Apparently he was a baseball player. I don't know if he still is. I doubt it, because I think they like age out pretty early. But yeah. Fun times. Okay. I do save these. I like to just keep them in my purse or whatever, because you really never know when you need one. I hate the feeling of memory boards, but when you need one, you need one. So now I'm going to kind of clean up. I'm not putting this on the floor, I promise. I'm wiping it into my hand, and I have a garbage can right next to my desk. So they're not perfect. Like you can see, there's like little bits of imperfections in there. But I like them. I think they're fun. I didn't really know what color. This color is very, very neutral for me. So it might last 2 weeks. I might decide to change it in a week, because it almost kind of blends in with the color of my hands. I don't know why my hands are so shaky right now. And I like doing a little bit wilder colors than this. So that is my nail video. If you enjoyed it, do feel free to like and or subscribe to the channel. Let's see. We are at 54 minutes right now. So, and I took my time on this. If I was not recording and chatting with all of you, then I would have gone a little faster. And I did make a few mistakes, so that took a little bit longer for me to clean up. Sometimes I wouldn't even bother cleaning them up, because you can see I kind of dug a hole right there into that nail polish. So yeah, usually I'd say, I think some people say you can do them in as quick as 20 minutes. I don't think I've ever done them in 20 minutes. I'd say it usually takes me about half an hour or 45 minutes, especially if my nails have not been filed yet, because that's a deal breaker for me. They have to be filed. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and end this video. But again, feel free to like this video. Let me know in the comments if you like the chatty videos, or if you'd just rather have something that's more sped up with a little bit of music and only talking very little. And hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that way you know every time I post a video. I will talk to you soon. Bye.